What's up, millionaires in the making? Welcome back to another talk with Ty. I'm going to share with you guys another piece of my book, Stop Drifting. And we're covering the pillar of family today. Now, family is connection, belonging, and continuity. Success means very little if there's no one to share it with. For driven people, family is often the first place pressure shows up, not because of neglect, but because ambition consumes bandwidth. Time is allocated efficiently, energy is optimized, and relationships are expected to understand the season that you're in. This pillar exists because understanding without presence eventually turns to distance. Family includes the people who experience the cost of your ambition and not just the results. So many of us sacrifice time with loved ones in order to make our dreams a reality. I saw this creeping up in my life when I was very young, working towards my goals. So I had to make a strategic and intentional shift. I started to say that I include my family strategically in the goals that I have so that I can enjoy time with my family on my way to making my dream life a reality. So many people say you got to cut people loose, you got to work on you, and then you can go and help family out. And there is a certain amount of truth to that. There's a certain amount of wisdom to that. You got to fill your cup and fill it so much that it's overflowing that it starts to fill everyone else's cup. But you don't throw everyone else's cup away while you're filling your cup. It's very important to be strategic with how we develop our relationship and how we maintain our relationship with our loved ones. And it's not just family that is related to you by blood, it's actually our chosen family, the friends that we choose to have in our lives. They say blood is thicker than water, but there's actually a larger quote. And I believe that it's the blood of the covenant is greater than the water of the womb. If I can find it, I'll put it on screen right now. But the thing is saying that the people that we choose to have our in our lives, the people that we intentionally bring into our lives to share life with us, those relationships are just as important, if not more important, than the bonds that we have because of the blood relations that we have. So I really want you guys to consider it's not just, oh, it's my family that I'm related to. It's your family that you chose. Don't forget them along the way. Make sure you check in with them. Make sure you say, how's it going? Happy birthday, love you, blah, blah, whatever you got to do to maintain those relationships and be intentionally there while you're building up the rest of what you got to build. Yes, you're the sum of the five people that you spend the most time with, but it doesn't mean that you throw away a bunch of your friends. Maybe you just have to love some people from a distance. I love you. I'm here for you. I want to see you win, but from like just arm's length, please. Okay. You got to be strategic with this. Ambition changes the dynamic. When you're building something, life moves fast. Your intention is divided. Your calendar is full. Okay. Your mind is rarely quiet. The danger is effort. It's assuming that momentum will carry relationships forward on its own. It will not. You have to put the work in. You still have to show up and make sure that people know that you love them, you care about them, you're there for them, even though you're currently in a season of building, of developing, of growing. Even though you're in that season, it's fine. All right. You can still maintain the relationships. Family doesn't always operate on output, it operates on availability. And when your availability disappears too often, the connection weakens, even when the love is still there. This is something that parents struggle with. So many entrepreneurs say, hey, I barely get to spend time with my kids, my wife. And sometimes using that time constraint to say, no, I have to go home now because I need to spend this time with my kids. No, I'm only working from this time to this time. And so I must maximize the time that I have when I'm here doing this work. It's that much more important. It's that much more life changing because the intentionality of that goes that much further. The biggest thing and the biggest takeaway for today's session or today's talk is that success means very little if there's no one to share it with. It's great to have the highest highs. Absolutely great to reach new heights, reach new levels, reach new milestones, free up, big up, whatever. But if you don't have people to share those accomplishments with, if you don't have loved ones to share those experiences with, What's the point? We're becoming a millionaire or billionaire or whatever your goals may be, becoming that person that you want to be doesn't mean that you throw everything else away. And on the path to becoming that person, that 9 out of 10 that's aspiring to be a 10, that's always trying to be better than you are yesterday, becoming that person is so much more fulfilling when you have people to share it with, when you have someone to celebrate with, when you have people that have seen you go through all the different phases and they're right alongside you, or you've seen people that are working through their own phases and you help support them through those phases. You see your friends and you're both growing together. Your families watched the whole story from the beginning. I remember when so and so was 5 and they were a little shithead. I remember when they were a teenager, they were going that, this, and that, and the other. Now look at them. Wow, can't believe it. And you can change their lives while being in their lives. Okay. Now that wraps up today's episode of, I don't even know what we're calling these. Talk about Ty on the Park. maybe I said at the beginning, the Stop Drifting Chronicles. And next time we may touch a little bit on education. But with that being said, I hope you guys got some value from today's video. Love you lots. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.